Hi guys, welcome to Jawjistu, where mental health meets MMA. I'm Cal, this is Johnny, and today we're going to be talking you through the upcoming UFC card, 2-Man 4. Alright, so a lot of craziness with the 294 card, a lot of changes. Johnny, what's your immediate thoughts?
I think it's amazing. I think it's a complete upgrade. We've had two guys who were like, I love Charles Oliveira, I love Costa, but and I thought, oh man, the car's over. But now you got Usman, who's got one of the best takedown defense ever, and he's fighting against Khamzat Chimaev, whose game plan is to take you down.
Super fight.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got Volkov again. The first fight, exactly. The first fight was absolutely amazing, and now we got number 2, and on 11 days' notice, it's just I mean,
off the couch, as he's saying, yeah.
Exactly, literally. So this is going to be fantastic. I'm in awe. I'm too much over this fight. It's gonna be.
It's
awesome.
like Christmas has come early. It literally has, because the card in itself is amazing. Like, even from the prelims building up, we were looking at it earlier. I think Trevor Peaks is on there. Makhachev, Tim Elliott, Nathaniel Wood. There's a lot of upcoming fighters, and the main card is just insane. And it was already insane, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like to have Costa and Khamzat, that was a huge fight.
Yeah.
Although Khamzat looks like he'd probably just dominate him. I don't know. It's one of those you never
I don't know.
know.
I think that was gonna be a really hard fight because of the jiu-jitsu side. Because he didn't like the jiu-jitsu when Gilbert Burns was off on his back, and he didn't like that. Well, Costa's a way bigger version.
I don't know about that, because he was saying after the fight, and again after the fight you can say anything, but he was saying, I wanted to knock him out. I wanted to show I could strike. I don't know, because I think if he was just fully grappling, Gilbert Burns is
his jiu-jitsu levels is levels, and but like, I'm not dissing Gilbert Burns, he's amazing, but I'm saying Costa's a middleweight and he's amazing jiu-jitsu guy, right?
Yeah, true.
So it's like I was really interested. We can't say what's going to happen because it hasn't happened yet, and maybe hopefully happen again. Hopefully happen, but I'm looking at. I'm not going to go into prediction yet, but I've said some stuff for this next fight with Usman and Khamzat Chimaev. I've said something crazy. I said to my brother, and I will say it later about my prediction on this.
Okay.
And it's a probably. I'm glad he's saying it now, because I'm either going to fail big on this, or people are going to say I'm a freaking genius. It's one of those. It's one of those ones.
All or nothing.
Yeah, literally.
And then even then, like the Oliveira thing coming out, like, that was devastating straight away. Like, Charles Oliveira he's captured all of our imaginations. Like, over the last couple of years since he's had his daughter, I think, and he's just turned into like this animal. Gutted for him to make. I don't know what if he made a mistake, or was he training without headgear, or hard sparring without headgear a week before the fight or something.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. I've had to put out. I'm not going to say it too much, but I've had to put out a fight of something recently, and I was kind of feel like hypocritical because my last few opponents last one opponent I had to put out twice out of my fights, and I got really angry at him, and now I feel like a bit of a hypocrite because I've had to put out.
Well, you're still 2-1 up, you know.
Yeah, 2-1 up. You know,
you got one more to make
levels, exactly. So now I don't want to be start slandering people, you know, when I do it my own self. So I like, it sucks. But I'm thinking there's clearly a reason behind. I don't think Charles Oliveira's type of guy to put out for no reason.
I mean, the cut's big, you know. That's not like a superficial cut. Yeah, that gets opened up after one jab, you know. Different fight.
It can happen, but there's people say probably why is he not wearing headgear or that. But the headgear with jiu-jitsu and you can't. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard with that.
It's one of those things. If you take the risk, and you took the risk, and that's what happened, you know.
Exactly.
Because most of the time he could have done that every single fight, and he'd been all right. But the one time.
Yeah, and I think obviously he understands the levels of what he's coming up against, and he probably wanted to be pushed hard.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he got dominated, really. Well, when he got put down, that was it. Yeah, and he gave up.
So his mind, he probably put his mind in hell, sort of thing. You know, I want to say like, he wanted to put his mind in a dark place.
Yeah.
So that he was ready. The time they gets to the fight, he's like, "Well, I've been here. I've done it."
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know, it's what Khabib used to do. You know, is he's put himself in a real horrible. It's like Islam's his trainer, but
that's what we were talking about earlier with just like we were talking about doing like cold therapy and kind of stuff. And then when you put yourself into these situations of, I really don't want to be here, and I don't have to be here, but I'm gonna do it for me. Yeah, and like the relief or the release you get from that, and the own like the self-confidence, that self-pride, it's nothing like it. And I think that's why those kind of fighters get to that level, because they're looking around going, right, how can I make sure I'm better than everyone else around me, or more skilled, or more scientifically, like my body's better attuned to it. What are they not doing that I could do?
Yeah.
What are they afraid of that I can just push through and do it myself, you know?
Yeah.
I think that comes through with a lot of them, like, and ice baths coming through, like, I think I've seen Michael Chandler doing them a lot now. I think a lot of people are going to be going, pushing themselves through that mental barrier now.
So many benefits from it, though, is it?
And you see the fighters, like, their mental states. A lot of fighters now they just seem like Terminators.
Yeah.
Like, you can see it growing and people are evolving, and now the elite is just so much more elite.
There's a wrestler at middleweight, I'm trying to think of his name. Think of his name. He's a wrestler. He recently been knocking people out. I think he's trained with Sean Strickland. He does train with Sean Strickland, and he's
Chris
like,
Curtis?
No. He's middleweight, and he's a guy who's been calling out Khamzat Chimaev. I'm trying to think of his name, but this guy oozes confidence, and to the point of like, he thinks he's going to be Khamzat Chimaev. He thinks he's going to destroy everybody, and he knocked out a guy they brought in. He wasn't in the UFC. A guy pulled out, but this guy was like undefeated, and he'd done him really quickly, really quick. Mine's gone blank on the guy's name.
We'll cut it in later. Don't worry.
Find that later. But no, but yeah. But that what I was really trying to use him as an example is that there's been some sort of young guns coming through as well. Like I think he's like a wrestling DC champion or some sort of like that, you know, Division 1 champion. So yeah, long story short, I'm going to say there is some boys with pure confidence. Like you can tell like that sort of oozing.
Yeah, or like what we were saying earlier with Raul Rojas Jr., that the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
A lot of confidence.
He got pushed too fast. I don't know.
I think confidence can get you to there. It can get you to the door, but it can't get you all the way through it, you know. Sometimes I think he needed a bit of a smack.
Well, you mentioned him. I mentioned someone in the past, Sage Northcott, and I think he's doing well now. But Sage Northcott was someone's very young, and they pushed him with the big dogs and got in too early, and he taken a lot of setbacks. And I think he's coming. I think he's rising back up now.
Is he not in one yet? He was doing. I think I watched his comeback. I think he lost his comeback fight, didn't he? Or did he won? He's won a couple in a row now, I think. But I didn't really, because I seen him when I started watching UFC. I was like, who's this like Super Saiyan guy or whatever? And then he disappeared for years, and I've started watching. I think it was a couple of months ago. And he's got a resurgence going.
Well, yeah, because he got given killers after killers after killers. You know, that's
you need to work your way up sometimes.
He's such a young man. You know, coming up. I know he looked fantastic. His physique was brilliant. Like, but. Was giving killers after killer after killer. But like just like Raul now, I don't know his last name. Pronounce his last name.
Junior.
Is it Junior? Is that what is it?
I know he's a junior.
Okay, around junior. Yeah, but like he's when they're like giving him like hyping up like almost like he was going to be like John Jones sort of thing at division, because John Jones is a really young guy and he came won the title really young. And I was like, well, no disrespect, John Jones had the killers. He did beat killers, and John Jones was a freak, but.
It's a different mental state though. He's a nasty man.
John Jones is amazing.
He makes it work for him.
He don't put him on like trying to make this guy on the caliber of him sort of thing. Like trying was young, trying to go give him. I thought
John Jones isn't necessarily like all loud and yo look at me. He's like I'm gonna hurt you.
No, he just he's got that, he's literally got that. It's just him. It's his brothers as well. It's genetics. He's got the whole package. But. Back to Raul though, he was really young, and no offense to him, like when he come in at 17 or 18, it's just ridiculous. I mean, he won. Let's say he lost. You know, because he won, it's like, oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
If he lost, everybody like, oh, that's disgusting. How dare they? You know, but it's because he got through that and won.
Yeah.
You know, if he loses, it's a bit of controversial, isn't it? But because he won,
I think they're just looking for the next McGregor, because they pushed Paddy, didn't they? And that's not gone so well. I mean, it's not gone so well for McGregor either, to be honest, but kind of ruined the reputation already.
They give him Paddy a horrible... I don't like it because I love Tony Ferguson.
I've got mixed feelings, yeah.
You know, and I don't want Tony Ferguson to fight, and I think Paddy's going to win that, you know, because I think Tony's not Tony.
Do you know what?
Everybody's trying to double down on Tony and think he's got a chance. I don't think it's Tony, though. I
think Paddy's just going to play it clever and just take him down straight away, go for an ankle pick or something. And he's got crazy fast jiu-jitsu, and we saw Tony in the last few fights. He's not the quickest to like defending stuff, or he'll just take it.
He's not Tony anymore, is he? And then he's going to get his name back in.
He was doing all right though in the last couple of fights, like the first round of Chandler, he was doing all right. Against who's his last fight? Diaz, he did okay. It was it was hard watch. It was a hard watch.
It's always hard to watch. It's
just like watching two old men.
The last
no
time,
disrespect, two great fighters obviously, but that fight didn't do it for me.
Yeah, last time I saw Tony and he starting to look good was against Michael Chandler at the start. He looked like he was winning. He looked like the old Tony, and then Michael Chandler just put the front kick of death.
Mate, do you know what? I went to the toilet and then came back as
bang, guys.
Because I was like, that was the fight I wanted to see. I was so excited, and then just like to hear the commentary as I was coming back into the front room, and then seeing it like,
it's hard to watch, heartbreaking, isn't it?
When you've got someone you put on a pedestal like that, and you just see him like.
But it's just because we know who he was, and you know, and the thing is, what I hate about that is like it's like Chuck Liddell, for instance. I use Chuck Liddell as an example, as Chuck Liddell was the man back in the day, and he used to knock out everybody, murking everybody. And he stayed too long, and he started getting knocked out.
Like 8 in a row or something?
Everybody was knocking him out. I remember it got to a point when
sad.
He still had the power, he still had the pop, still had it in him. And he fought Rich Franklin. And when he fought Rich Franklin, I remember he broke Rich Franklin's arm from a kick, and he was rocking him, and he was hurting him, he was getting his own, and it was coming forward, and it was like the most... Rich Franklin did like the most, I don't know, no disrespect to Rich Franklin, but it was the most grabbiest shot ever. It was just like almost like go away, little
just
shot.
Made contact.
Like get away, just go away, like sort of, you know. And then it hit him, and Chuck just went. He's like the amount of wars he went through, probably the party.
Do you know they say though, the more damage you take, and apparently if you can take a punch, and he had a good chin, your brain eventually is like, we can't take any more damage. So if you get hit once, we're out of here because we cannot take any more. So you're knocked out now.
Yeah, it could be that. I mean, this guy beat freaking Uberine. Well, it wasn't Uberine at the time. He was Overeem. He was like heavyweight, but Uberine was a big one. But I
might see him back in January now, juiced up.
Yeah, probably. But in Pride, it was a. I know we're going off it. We're going to Tony Ferguson, but just to stick to what I was saying. Like when he fought Overeem, that was a tournament to win. They used to do tournaments in Pride FC. And they both knew that they had to stop each other really quick because their opponent they're going to be fighting next may just got through. It might be Vanderlei or it might be Rampage who they're going to fight next time. And it was Rampage, but at the time it wasn't sure. Yeah. And they had to finish the fight really quick because I know their opponent was going to be finished it quick. Damn. So Overeem came out with flying knees and doing all these crazy shots, and in 3 minutes he was like gassed. And Chuck just saw it and flushed it, punched him and stuff like that. So like that's I'm not trying to discredit Chuck's win. He did win. He beat him and he stopped him, but it was like kind of sort of and it was that sort of thing. And then Dana brought him over to show how good UFC was. But then when he fought Rampage, another guy, just talk about his durability. I know Rampage stopped him. I think it was it, and then I think it was the UFC. But when he was in Pride fighting him, Chuck had such a good chin. He was just durable. He was taking these punishes, and it was just like punch after punch, the ground and pound, and the punishment he took. That all those sort of things like lead up. I think they even threw a towel in because Rampage got to full mount. And like Chuck was, giving up and just stay through it. Yeah, honestly, Pride.
Maybe I don't want to watch that. Actually, I don't know. Yeah,
and that's
hard watching your heroes get beaten up.
Pride. Well, he had a war. Rampage had a war with Chuck, and then next round, Rampage had to go fight Vanderlei, and I forgot who Vanderlei fought, but Vanderlei had a quick fight because I
watched some highlights of Vanderlei in Pride with the head kicks on the floor, like
axe murderer, he's beast. Terrifying. He's next level. Like he's brutal in the clinch, and if he gets on the floor, he'll be soccer kicking you and stamping on your head. Another guy, Shogun. Shogun used to be good. That Shogun Rua. Another guy, but
is that Bigfoot? Is it?
No.
Which one's Bigfoot?
Bigfoot Silver. Bigfoot was in. I don't know if he was in Pride, but I know he was in Strike Force, and he fought Mark Hunt. And he fought that, but Shogun Rua had a.
I think I would merge them all together.
So No. Shogun Rua was another guy. He was like.
He retired recently, didn't he? This year.
Yes.
He lost against like an up and comer badly.
His best years were in Pride though. Like I know he got the UFC title and he won the year, but I think there was wars here. But Dan Henderson was. Sorry, man, I'm going on a whole lot of new tangents. Like I just realised that. But but like Shogun Rua was a beast back in the day. But that's always about Vanderlei and him. And when I remember after the Rampage win against Chuck, because he was so gassed and Vanderlei had a quick fight, it was like Rampage was almost lost before the fight. So like I know I'm not discrediting Vanderlei's win, but it's almost like that's why everybody fought different in Pride. It was almost like let's get him out quick. I got another fight to go.
So I would love to see a competition or a tournament in UFC.
That'd be sick.
Maybe like for the middleweight. I know because Adesanya's just dropped out now, and he for like He says a long time. A long time for him could be like, what, 6 months? A year?
We don't know, do we?
But,
yeah, I think it's good for him.
That would be cool because there's loads of... They were showing like the new middleweight contenders. You got Bo Nickel.
That's the one I was mentioning earlier.
That's the one.
That's the one I'm talking about. Ooh, is a confidence. Bo Nickel. That's the one. That's the one I was going to say. Yeah.
But like the new up and comers in middleweight, they're scary looking dudes, man. And they're fast, and it's like I would love to see one of those little tournaments.
Yeah.
I don't know, with Dana, it's hard to get him to do anything the fans really want. But saying that, he's done really well this week. Going back to 294, like the quick turnarounds on those, like which one was first? Was it Oliveira out first?
I'm unsure.
Oh no, I think it was because Costa. He put something up about like he had the elbow surgery, a bit like myself. And then he was still training. He's put like footage out of him training a couple of days before the fight. I think he said that the doctors pulled him out, or the doctors told him to pull out, or something like that.
It's Charles or
Costa. Paulo Costa, yeah. And this because he could be lying, who knows? But I would have loved to have seen him against Khamzat. But let's talk about Khamzat against Usman. Like what kind of mental fight is that going to be? Is it 3 or 5 rounder? I think it's 3, isn't it?
It's got to be 3, isn't it? It's not as hard a fight. It's something it's 3 rounds. Yeah. 3 rounds. What? I'm gonna let you because I got some mad predictions. I don't know if you want me to go first or. Well,
yeah. I'm just like for me. I'm just thinking. I just don't know which way I want it to go because I like both fighters. I probably prefer Usman just because Khamzat's a bit of a dick sometimes, but. Either way, as well.
Khamzat's still got youth on his side, isn't he?
Exactly. And I think I want to see all 3 rounds and maybe a knockout in the last few seconds, but I want to see a real fight. I don't want it to be quick because it could be so explosive, But I want it to last.
As much as I'm going to be like real here, I look at Usman and like some fighters when they lose a fight, we don't know they're going to be the same, right? And I know he fought against Leon's 3rd time and it looked more, he didn't look the same sort of like killer because he was winning up to that round. He got stopped. Remember, he was winning all his rounds.
Wait, didn't win the first round? First round was Leon's in the first fight.
Oh, fair enough. But he was up. Yeah. Right? And long story short, his knees are
he talked about it all the time, didn't he? He was advertising it. Yo, hit my knees, bro.
And he's still hurt. His knees hurt now, and he's going up a weight class. He's gone up a weight class. I know he's got one of the best ratios of. I think he has. No, he's got it. He's got the best takedown defense of all. Or maybe I've said this to my brother, and I'm going to say it on live, so I'm going to look like a real idiot here, or a freaking genius. Whatever.
We'll cut it either way. Yeah.
No, we'll make me look an idiot either way. I think Khamzat takes him down early and beats him up and finishes him early. Do
you reckon he goes straight, like same with most of his fights, just straight in double leg?
Straight in. I think Khamzat just goes in and takes him out.
Imagine Usman knows this though. He's coming with that Jorge Masvidal knee though. He's not going to do nothing with
maybe I think though Usman might think, I've got takedown defense, this guy ain't going to stand, he's not going to freaking try to take me down. I think he mills him early. I think he either knocks him down with a punch, comes in with a steamroller, or he does. I don't think he would knock him down with a punch, but I think more realistically, and states the fact, I think he's going to take him down and mute him. And I
think you're right because
Dad, he's going to go with me, but go on.
His coach's last fight. I don't know if you could hear him through the fight and afterwards. They were hammering him like grapple, and he was striking with Burns, and they should have been grappling, and they were hammering him. So I can only assume they'd be like, "You were grappling in this fight, you were not striking," because like he was, I don't know, Gilbert Burns is an animal, so. Usman's
it's a jiu-jitsu side. See, that's the thing is, so we've got to understand, like, there's a reason why he didn't go to the ground with him, right? I don't like, this is cringe, right? Because I'm going to talk about myself, but I'm just going to use an example. I fought someone who was a 5-time British Sambo champion, and he calls himself the British Khabib, almost like, like Tom Burton. When I fought Tom Burton, he is
like, that he calls himself that? Is it?
I think he said he wants to be the British Khabib.
That's okay. It's an ambition then. I wouldn't.
Yeah, he's a Sambo, like but he did pretty much is. He's like the 5-time British Sambo champion, and every time we went to the ground, I was like, I'm always been comfortable in my ground. And before I sparred with him, I sparred with some of the guys before. Long story short, catch the chase. When he got to the ground, he didn't like it. I noticed he stood up. He didn't want to be in there. He just didn't like it.
He was doing all this, giving it all that, but I was like, he's avoiding it. That's the problem then. He's running away.
I thought you meant to be Sambo guy. They were bigging him up, and I was like, I'm cool with that. So the same reason why is because there's some stuff in jiu-jitsu that in it's like it's things in Sambo that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys don't know. There's things in Jiu-Jitsu that Sambo guys don't know.
Do you know what? I've just made a link between the 294 rematch, that just got cancelled, with Islam and Charles Oliveira.
Yeah.
Because Oliveira's a Jiu-Jitsu expert. He was on his back. Yeah. Islam Sambo, difference is he went straight on
into him. Exactly.
Yeah, now, didn't run away from
I've been with Sambo's guys. The first experience guy I had a Sambo guy, I got tapped out 24 times within 5 minutes. Actually, it was 6 minute roll.
It was me, by the way.
No, it was a 6 minute roll. The first time I ever went Sambo guy. In the 6 minute roll, in the 5 minutes of the roll, I got tapped out over 20 times, right? And I literally the match didn't finish. I faked an injury out of embarrassment. I was like, what the heck's going on? I had a blue belt at the time. I'm thinking, what the heck? This doesn't happen to me. I was like, what's going on? Yeah. And I stepped aside and thinking, what the heck just happened? What just happened? And all of a sudden I see him smash one of the brown belts in. I thought, thank God. I'm not crap. Yeah. I'm not. I feel better. Like, just felt
that would have been a big risk.
Yeah. Just, but I had to still pretend to be injured. You know, you can't just like grapple now.
Limping along, forgetting which leg it is.
Yeah. Well, their own ones, but that was my first ever experience with a Sambo guy, and then I trained down. So Renegade with Leon Edwards one now. I grabbed with a Sambo guy down there, and he only got me once, and it was because I kind of picked up. I'm very easy to say right at the start. I didn't know what the heck he was doing because it was not familiar in jiu-jitsu. We would go a different way, and when I start realizing and analyzing, went on YouTube and analyze what they do. Like when they grab the wrist, they do all this different stuff. When I start to understand, when I start to understand what's going on, it kind of gave me now I know how to defend. Now I know what I'm doing. Now what's going on, and I think like Gilbert Burns, I think he must have had the same familiar. I think he'd been with Sambo guys, and he's got the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background. I think when he got to that final, I thought fair enough, let's go on the ground. And he can handle himself on the ground with what's his name, Khamzat Chimaev, and that's where it's dangerous
as well.
Yeah, and that's what
that confidence.
Exactly. But I think when it was foreign, it was a lot of foreign. When I say foreign, like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys are so used to going against Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys or wrestlers. Sambo was like just come. I know you had Fedor, a few people like were Russian Sambo, very few, but it was very hard to grapple with these people. But then when it comes to the it's like, okay, now we know how to deal with it. Now we know to get like Paul Craig when he submitted the guys fighting this sort of Magomed. Yeah. But we'll say is like Usman wise though, Usman's not really a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu dude. He's a wrestler. Yeah. So I
think maybe I'm an amateur when it comes to this, but like with Sambo, it seems slower, more of the wrestling, like just like pressure and then just squeezing. Like there's no like fast movement. Give you space. For me, when I watch it, it's not jiu-jitsu's a bit like explosive, it's stuff happening, but
to a degree, I don't know. I don't think it was jiu-jitsu explosive. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm just saying, like for my amateur eyes, I don't understand. I don't really know what I'm looking at half the time. But it's like with Sambo, it just seems like they get the position. And there's very little movement. It's just like you can't move.
Well, Sambo's a mix of like judo and wrestling. It's got like all sorts of stuff in it, and
that's what I mean. Like it's similar to what Usman's got. It's kind of like it's already there.
Well, I will say is like I think Usman's more freestyle wrestler or Greco-Roman. Maybe I think I could be wrong. I need to get on that.
I need to learn these terms.
But I know that what's his name, Khamzat Chimaev, has got that Sambo background in him. But I don't see. Put it this way, I don't see Usman go for a triangle off his back. I don't see Usman going for a freaking Kimura off his back. I don't see Usman going for a guillotine. I think if Usman gets taken down, he's either going to try to sweep or he's going to try to get up. Right?
So that's the thing, we haven't really seen him on his back. The only time we have is when Leon took him down and he stayed there.
But I personally, I don't know what he's like to use on the ground, but I don't think in his mind, I don't think that's in his mind. Especially with bad knees, he's definitely going for triangles. Yeah. Whereas we've got people like Gilbert Burns, he's got so much submissions, like leg locks, all sorts of things off his back. But then, not just that, Gilbert Burns was a training partner of Usman. He's been with wrestlers. He's been with other people. So he's not. It's not like it's not alien. It's not foreign to him. That was like when I always go back to this, right? Back to myself. I'm bringing it back to myself.
That's what you said, man.
Well, yeah. What I'm trying to say is like when I first met my Sambo guy, got destroyed, got absolutely milled, handed to me. I didn't know what the frick was going on. I was so alien. Didn't know what the heck he was doing. His foot. Like he said, he was working.
Literally dived in the deep end, didn't he?
Yeah. I was like, what's going on? I just got smashed, and it was like I stepped away. I stepped away from that. I'm not going to say I was trained out, but I stepped away and kind of realised that hang on, this is not the best. But it's one of the best, but jiu-jitsu is not the best. And I ended up going to loads of different places and to understand what was going on. And I think Gilbert Burns. Talking to riddles now, saying the same thing. Gilbert Burns literally has those tools to beat someone like Khamzat Chimaev on the ground. But now don't think what's his called, because he's a wrestler. I know he might have better. I may be wrong. He might have a better wrestling base than Khamzat Chimaev, but because of his knees, I'm going to go with his knees. I'm going to be he's a bit crippled. Well, I'm sorry, the heart sounds harsh.
Yeah,
but I think Khamzat's going to just take advantage of that and beat. And I don't think if you've got bad knees, you need good knees to get up.
What do you think about the power of Usman if he's going up in weight? Because he had a good right hand on him when he's fighting Gilbert Burns. He had that jab. Jorge, if he's going up in weight, is he not going to just go right? I've got an opportunity to smack.
How much short notice is this on? Maybe it might not be. He could be on wrestling. He could be doing what.
I just wonder if he's thinking, right, I'm a bigger man. I've still got a good right hand. I may struggle with the wrestling.
That's his game plan should be.
So I mean, is he going to go right? I've got the wrestling. It may not work out, so I'm going to go for the right hand straight away.
I like what you're saying, because I think that's what he should be.
Because he's a clever man, He's not stupid. He thinks about what he's going to do. So what could he be thinking?
If I was him, I would be doing that. I would be coming throw hands.
Because if you look at Khamzat's fight with Burns, his striking is decent, where it's explosive, but I don't find the criticisms. I've watched videos where people are like breaking down his style and be like, "What's he doing here? This is a mistake. This is a mistake." So maybe if Usman can keep it standing, maybe he's got a punch chance. What I'm saying that is
he's not even punch chance.
Usman, like he's great.
Like this, I have a very big opinion that a lot of people are going to disagree with me. My opinion, me saying that Khamzat's going to take him down, destroy him, is, like I said, I'm either going to sound like a genius right now, or I'm going to sound like a real numpty idiot, and people are going to me.
Everyone's the same. We're just guessing.
Exactly, but I know that a lot of people are going to listen to this, or who do listen to this, will say, will listen and think, "Oh, whatever, John, that's not going to happen." But I truly think, because of if you're talking about Usman 3 years ago, I think Usman beats Khamzat Chimaev. But if you're talking about Usman current now, he's on a 2-loss streak. I believe he's on a 2-loss streak. I think he just lost to
Leon,
Leon. Like that's going to mess his confidence up. He's going up a weight class, fighting another wrestler guy. I mean, he couldn't keep Leon down, right? He couldn't keep.
Thing is, though, like we said, like Leon is he's elite, and I think it's one of those people are saying online, people are dismissing Kamaru as he just came up against someone who is just elite at boxing and has got surprisingly good ground game as well, and came in with a really good tactic, and Usman came in with an ego problem. That was because he came in going, that was a lucky head kick, don't let you bully your son, and he came in with so much overconfidence, and for me, I was watching that going, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, but he's always been overconfident. Like the way he's talking about.
When I'm saying
when he said game breeding, who? We went game breeding, who? He's always been. That's that's how he is. Yeah. So I just think he just got caught. He got caught with a head kick. It wasn't lucky, but I mean, at the same time, and I think that confidence he needs. He's like one of those guys that some people needs to fight that way. But I just think his knees. He said he couldn't run. Yeah. Can't even run.
But maybe he could be doing a reverse psychology. He could be like, oh, my knees are so. His knees could be perfect, and he's like setting you up to. I mean, it's very unlikely. He's talked about him so long. That would be a good tactic, though, if you thought about it. Just say something else has got a problem.
Trying to make them not train as hard, probably things like that. But but like I said, my prediction is crazy, and I'm sticking with it. I think Khamzat takes him out early. I'm not saying what you said logically. If Usman comes in and try to punch him and stuff like that, that would be logical. And Usman could probably take him down. I could be completely far-fetched into a freaking different universe and it could be super wrong. But
it's fun to think about, though.
I just look at the Khamzat and think Khamzat must be thinking, just play the same
Smash,
game.
Brother, smash.
Exactly. Simple.
What about the most exciting one for me? Alexander Volkanovski coming off the couch, 10-11 days notice to rematch Islam Makhachev in his hometown or Dubai. Ridiculous. May never get the shot again. One of the best fights I've ever seen the last time. What do you think is going to happen?
I think it's fantastic because it's funny because it's even a harder fight than Charles. No disrespect to Charles, but
for sure.
He's beaten Charles before, and he's got that little edge. You got to always say the person who's won's always got a little bit of edge in them because Arsenal, because the other guys will be thinking, oh no, because.
But it wasn't as close with Charles, was it? It was definitive. Yeah. It was over.
And this fight, some people thought that he lost. Some people thought he lost.
Joe Rogan was banging on straight away. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is different. This is different. The nerves must be up. And I don't know if he was definitely training hard. He brought Khabib into his training camp. He was definitely training hard, but his training must have been different compared to what he's going to be fighting against.
That's interesting because he could have been. he's been in camp for a while training for Oliveira. Taller, lankier fighter, big emphasis on jiu-jitsu, and now he's got to change back to stocky Volkanovski, who gave him the fight of his life.
Yeah.
So his probably mental state is probably definitely changing a little bit of like, because he probably was more confident taking on Oliveira, I reckon.
Yeah.
I've done it before. I finished him.
Yeah.
It didn't go 3 rounds, did it?
Well,
I can't remember, it was a round 2.
Oliveira, I think it was round 2. I think it was round 2, wasn't it?
I think they got through 1 round. I'm sure they did.
Yeah, but it was dominant. The whole thing was pretty much dominant the whole time. I think the grappling, someone was trying to get in it, but I think he was just someone was getting it over him, and it was kind of.
And that hand connected, and Charles was straight away.
It was
down.
almost looking at the old Charles. I know it sounds terrible, but like
I think he defaulted, because he was did strict pull guard on his back straight away, and he's always done that. Yeah. But they were saying up to the fight, do not do that against Islam because he's coming through your guard.
And
that's exactly what happened, isn't it?
It was brutal.
But with Volk though, the big problem with the last fight was he underestimated Makhachev. Islam is striking, and he was like, he got me. And I was watching the fight back recently, and he's like, he did clip Volk a fair few times, and he's bigger, and it's making an impact. So I reckon Volk is training for that striking more specifically. I think he's still got Craig Jones come out training with him again, the jiu-jitsu guy.
Was it? I wasn't.
I think he's because he trained with him last cup. I think he's got back out there now. So they're going to be going through that again. And his defense was great last time. Didn't really get in trouble. He had he was in the body triangle for a while, but he didn't really.
It was second punch.
Just getting annoyed about it.
Class, isn't it?
But he was still he was defending it well. So I think if he's just focusing now on, and obviously I'm sure he's been training specifically for Islam in the last 6 months or whatever. So he's probably. I reckon he's going to be better on the feet.
I love it. I'm just a fan. I'm just going to be a fan of this fight. I don't know who's going to win. I love the fact we get a fight like this. You know, it was the days of when I was younger was watching.
Just a super fight, absolute super fight.
I don't know if you know about Frankie Edgar when he used to fight.
I've seen the highlights from when he used to fight. Well,
he used to fight. What's his name? They call him the bully. They're bullying the Gray Maynard, and they had fantastic fights with Gray Maynard. I know no one's been stopped in this fight yet, but it's got that some sort of vibe that we could maybe if someone loses or someone wins, whatever, you could be seeing another fight with these two because it's got those sort of fire on it. I'm looking forward to more of that fight than I am to the Khamzat Chimaev fight.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be. I'm just going to be sweating. I'm just going to be stressed.
I don't know who's going to win. I really don't know. I'm on the fence. It could go either way. I don't like saying on the fence. I've got to make a prediction. I'm going to go. I'll just go Islam by decision, but. That again, that's a 50-50. That I say that just because he's won, but I don't really. It's
just you look at him.
I wouldn't bet on that. I don't put a bet on that.
I just don't see crazy weakness in him. It's just he's just his stats are high all around,
Yeah.
But I would love to see Volk smash him. I would love it. It's a Kevin Keegan reference, but I would love to see Volk just. I don't know, just do something crazy. Maybe get a sweep in there and just. Because that last round of just ground and pound, Islam didn't even get out. He was just there till the end.
Class.
And that's my favourite image of Volk. Him against Ortega and Islam, just that.
Oh mate, the Ortega one was what got me a fan. I wasn't before that. I was like,
that was wild.
I'm still a big Max.
Do you know what I think that was for me as well?
Yeah, before that I was like, I'm still a big Max Holloway fan.
That's why
I love Max Holloway.
You just unlocked that.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
And then when he fought Brian Ortega, and Brian Ortega caught him in that massive guillotine, and I was like. Dude, just tap. He's just like, he's grunting and everything. He's like, no,
refused.
I'm not tapping. I think everybody's like, okay, deserves respect. Then he comes up easy.
You just see that's the type of man he is. There's
grit.
Was it Tony Ferguson? He's just not the man to tap.
No.
I haven't got a choice. Tapping's not an option. I'm going to sleep or I'm not.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we bring it back to that, the Max Holloway, people were saying he should have been. The fight, but
Max Holloway, I still believe against.
He should go up.
Volk,
I think.
Well, he did get Dustin Poirier, and that's probably why he doesn't want to go up. But he lost. But when he fought again against Volkanovski second time, it's so sad because everybody who watches that,
it's heartbreaking.
I thought he won. He fought one.
It was so close. I couldn't tell.
The third fight, he definitely lost. I think the second fight, I reckon he won 2 and 3 and lost But that's the thing. It's championship rounds, which people. Remember those? I think he lost the last 2 rounds, but but I don't think he ever. unless he becomes champion, I don't think he's ever going to get like the chance. And you see, like everybody they give Max Holloway, he won his last fight. Didn't he win his last fight?
Was it Arnold Allen?
Yeah.
The British guy. I love that guy as well. And when I saw him go up against Max, I was like, I don't even want to watch this.
No, it's like Max is second best. It's horrible because but he's second best, and no one else beats him. But it's like
the thing is, he's the best boxer in the UFC, as he said. Yeah. But Volk is just all of his stats are 99. You know, he's just there.
That. And what I like about Volk is he's so game. You know, so game.
He's just a lad as well.
He just risks it. The word balls. The people, he's got balls. He risks it. He'll go on the ground with you, he'll kick you, he'll punch you, and he's got that mindset. I'm not scared. I'm coming at you. And with these big fighters like Max Holloway and people like that, you've got to have that sort of guns blazing. I've seen people like fold. There's a guy called Carter. I forgot his name. If it's Carter, I forgot his name. But he was knocking out everybody. That's what he called. He's the guy that when he had his hands down during lockdown, he went, "But I'm the best boxer in the UFC."
Calvin Carter.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And I remember that guy was murking everybody.
Yeah.
And then he's just that confidence that he had against everybody just thought gone. And then that's the thing. Volk never goes, and it's never going to go again. This fight. That's why I can't wait. I can't wait. Honestly, this is mate.
And then the next one then is. And then Leon Edwards then is the next card after that. Then it's just like I think it's 295.
He's fighting.
He's got Colby.
Yeah.
So and is it Yuri Prohaska's coming back on the next one as well?
Well, Alex Pereira. Yuri.
Oh yeah, I think that is on that one.
It's
before the end of the year.
That is the most excited. That's a tech of a fight. That's the tech of.
I don't even want to think. I just want to enjoy. Like I don't want to predict anything for that.
I just hope that Yuri, because if I was Yuri, I'd be like thinking, I've got a better ground game than you. Do you know what I'm saying? I know it sounds bad. I don't want that to happen. I just want it to be like a whole striking match, but I got a feeling that Yari's going to take him down.
I mean, I mean, if you got one massive weakness, that's it, you know?
Have you heard about... I'm gonna go.
Maybe he's just going to be like, I can take the left hand. Let's see who's got the better left hand, or... Because he's got like, what was he doing? Like the samurai stuff. He goes training in the woods and then he locked himself in a room for 7 days in blackness just to deal with his own demons. That's wild. Do you know the part of that I didn't realise when he was talking about going to the toilet and eating? I was like, I didn't even picture that. I was like, that's insane to be able to put yourself in there voluntarily. I think I'm going to be a bit harsh here, but I think that because where he is at in his life and he's got money. And he doesn't need to like push himself because he's already got there. Yeah, he has the time to go out and live in these wild ways. He can do that. But say someone like 7 rings and not the way of the samurai.
Yeah, but he can. But he's got the chance. He's got the way. He's got the path with the money. He can go out there and buy it or build whatever he wants to do. You know, he's got the path to do that, right? But do you know? And I like that. I love that philosophy because when you do that, you get this hunger. There's something hunger in you when you do something crazy, like you say, cold showers or other stuff. There's when you put yourself in uncomfortability, it creates something in us that we can't get in comfortability. And that's what we does this stuff. It's great and you do it. But what I feel bad is that, do you know, a normal fighter when says, "Oh, I just go live in the woods. I'm going to do all this crazy stuff." Yeah. We're going to go, "Whoa, hang on! You got to do the promotion for the fight. You got to sell tickets." You can't do that. You know, it's not possible to live that way.
The thing is, though, he's clever with it because he brings a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great content. I'm watching that every time. You
know? Exactly. But he's doing the camera, but he's got there though, but he's got a platform that he can do that. Does that make sense? He's got enough money to do that. Not taking distance from him because I think it's freaking amazing, and he's a warrior and he's a dog, and it does create a dogness in you. It definitely does. But he's fighting another dog. Yeah. Like Alex Pereira was like the guy who like had nothing. Like Sean Strickland said, this guy came from the favelas, you know, and had nothing, like, you know, and just had the only way to make money was to knock people out.
That's what I was saying the other day, wasn't it? With like when you've got nothing. There's no other thought than what is in front of you, and that's that's the benefit of what we were saying yesterday with hitting rock bottom. Yeah, like that. There's a springboard, and you've got to hit rock bottom to realize how far you've got to go, and also like there's nothing else like that matters.
It creates do or die in you. It really creates this sword in you that you can't. When you got I can fall back on this. Doesn't matter. I got that. I got that. Fall back on that. Oh, don't worry, they can cover me.
That's it.
When you got nothing, but when you got nothing, it's like it doesn't work. I'm not eating. Yeah, it's got those Roberto Durans. You've got people like that come up, and these are same similar type people. These like you know, Alex Pereira, and I would say that the samurai. But what we'll say is that he's won the title already before.
Yeah.
He has won the title, Yari.
Yeah.
Alex Pereira, he won middleweight, hasn't won the light heavyweight. So, I mean, I'm not saying that he doesn't take the hunger away, but I don't think Yari needs to go into a slugfest that he did with Glover. I think he'd take him down.
Did he fight Blachowicz, or did I make that up?
Yeah, and he fought again.
No,
yeah,
Pereira did. What happened to that fight? Was it a draw, was it? What happened to that fight? Did he lose?
No, he won. He won there. I think Alex...
was it not for it wasn't for a title? Oh, of course it wasn't for a title, was it?
Jan drew with the other guys fighting Walker Ankalaev. He's fighting Ankalaev. He fought Ankalaev and he drew. And that's another fight that I think is a mad one, because Ankalaev has only lost once, and it's a jiu-jitsu guy. Craig,
the Dagestani boxer,
was it Craig Paul Craig, my bad.
Yeah.
Paul Craig.
Got the last minute one.
Yeah, with the triangle. Right. And I think this fight with Walker's a weird one. He's either really, really good, he wins, or he's really really crap.
Yeah, I don't know. He was exciting when I first started watching him. I was like, this guy's a wild man. I was saying we've gone to what's the name of the camp? Conor McGregor's coach or something. SBG. Yeah, and he's been more patient. And obviously, I think he lost one of those fights, maybe a decision. He was boring, but you can see he's getting more patient, more. I don't know. I say boring, but clinical, I guess. And he's not taking as many risks. Not doing his worm dance no more, which is tamping.
Yeah.
But I suppose for a reason, innit? But I reckon he's losing this fight. I reckon Ankalaev's just gonna walk through him. Because it's one of those Johnny Walker's a bit hey, but when you're just against someone who just he's a robot, he's a Terminator, he's coming for you,
Definitely.
And he did great against Jan.
Yeah.
He took some heavy leg kicks, but he did good.
Yeah. Jan
match,
Jan was Jan's a dog. So is Magomed. A lot of people thought Magomed. Yeah, Magomed. A lot of people thought Mag was robbed that way.
It's one of those. I didn't really have an opinion either way. I didn't.
It's so crazy that if someone was no one had a title and still no one had a title afterwards. That's
it was a weird fight though. It was just leg kick fight. It was a.
Back to heavyweight division now, because it's funny thing is right before John Jones came in, it was every month was a new UFC champion. I remember it was Chuck.
Free for all, yeah.
Yeah, it was Chuck, and I think it was Rampage, and it was Forrest Griffin, and then it was Rashad Evans, then it was Machida, then it was Shogun, and then John Jones took it. It was it's killed. He's the
Shotgun.
Yeah, I mean, but before that though, it was and then all of a sudden, look, he's gone. What's happened?
Yeah.
But how many champions have we had? We had who was the first one? Was it Jan? Was it Jan Blachowicz the first title? Who had it the first?
Because he fought Dom Reyes, then he's left after that, hasn't he? So
who fought for the title?
Was it vacant? Was it not?
Was it Reyes versus Jan? I think it was Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz, and Jan won.
Yeah, because Reyes lost a few on the bounce, hasn't he?
Yeah, and then quickly Jan lost to Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then Glover lost to Yuri.
Yuri just discarded it. Then Jamal Hill
against. Who did he beat? He won the title against. He beat the shit. He beat Glover.
Did he? Yeah, Glover. Yeah, Glover.
He made him a mess.
Yeah, Glover.
Yeah.
And no one's got it again, right? Yeah. No one's got the title.
No, because he's recently given it up. So now it's Pereira
versus
Yuri
for the title.
Yeah.
So
that's wild.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Just chaos.
It's almost John
Jones
before John Jones. It was chaotic. Bang, John Jones has it, and then he leaves, and then bang, chaos again.
Do you know what? He's probably doing the same with the heavyweight division now, because we got John Jones. He's probably shooting after the Miocic fight.
I don't know, man. People talk about you want Miocic now, right? A lot of people reckon that John Jones is going to give it his weight. Miocic,
well, he's announced it, he's going to retire after the fight.
Miocic might win. And I tell you now,
of course,
if Miocic wins, he ain't retiring. He's not retiring. He's going to have a rematch.
It'd be a first real loss, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I tell you what. I thought he lost a few things, but I know about official loss.
Yeah.
That was his name. I reckon he's going to win. If you see the physique of what's called right now, Stipe. Stipe is looking like a dog. He's looking really big, and no offense, but when he fought, I'm a big fan of Cirogan because I love his striking, but. No disrespect to Cirogan, his grappling is never been.
It's way off where it needs to be. He's a baby in MMA as well. He's only done a few fights.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm still a big fan of Cirogan, but Stipe, Stipe's got
It was
grappling.
the greatest of all time, or greatest heavyweight of all time for a reason.
Yeah. Well, they call him in a debate. I think he is, but yeah, he's in a debate, definitely.
And he beat Ngannou the first time as well.
He did, and I think he's got what he's got. He's got Brazilian jiu-jitsu, he's got wrestling, he's got striking, he's got the whole tier. And the thing is,
fast as well.
What I love is that since that Francis Ngannou fight, he didn't take a fight straight away. He took time off, real time off, and this fight to me, I think is one of the biggest
excited,
fights.
man, because it could be all the stuff he's bringing. But like, also, I do still think John Jones is going to retire because have you seen Sergey Pavlovich?
And Tom Aspinall.
But that Sergey guy, he's the stuff of nightmares. Like, just seeing his face, I'm terrified. And what he's done to like my favourite fighters, like Tai Tuivasa, beat fuck out of him straight away.
Yeah, man.
Derek Lewis. Did he beat Derek Lewis, or did I make that up?
Yeah, he did.
And then there was someone else as well.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Overeem? Did he beat Overeem? Or did I make... No,
I think he could have been Overeem. I think he did. But he went through everybody. He just like giant. Tom Aspinall is another good one as well.
Tom Aspinall will be champ one day.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. So like, I think John Jones did the no disrespect to him, but he did it at the right time to go heavyweight, didn't he? He did it at the right.
He's clever, and he's off for 3 years, and he's just timed it as Ngannou's left. Do you know what would be cool though? If he does retire after Stipe, then we get Stipe, Pavlovich, or Aspinall, and then John Jones does like an exhibition with it's just gone blank. Who were we just talking about?
With what? With Francis Ngannou? Do you
yes.
reckon? Yeah.
Outside the UFC, then, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well.
That'd be class.
PFL, that would be funny if
I'm sure they'd pay him for one fight, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think Dana would kill John Jones. I think you're not really trying to strip him from his Hall of Fame or something if he tried to do that sort of thing.
Dana spoils a lot. He's great, but he spoils a lot of it, man.
But it is business. It's business, isn't it? But I think the fight will happen. But it probably wouldn't be PFL. Probably you're right. Probably won't do the exhibition and stuff like that. But no,
see how it goes with Fury now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, unfortunately the microphone just cut out, so the last 5 minutes of the conversation are now lost into the ether. Luckily we ended it just randomly at the right time, so there's not much lost there. I'll just show you the predictions at the end. So thanks for sticking with us. That was Jonny, professional MMA fighter. He's just had 2 back-to-back title fights. Battle Arena, looking for his next professional fight. You can watch all of his stuff on YouTube. I've made some montage videos. Obviously we did the first episode together. Plenty more coming in the future. We're going to do some reactions, predictions, talk about more mental health in MMA and really break those kind of videos down. I've just done my own separate video talking about the mental health side of Dylan Dennis's fight against Logan Paul. And if you want to learn more about mental health, do check out my website. It's TwpZen.com. Everything's free. I'm making myself. I don't earn any money. In fact, I've paid a lot of money for it and got nothing back. But that's why I'm doing it. It's for a reason. So if you want to get some advice and just see what it's like to actually try something and fail a million times until you slightly get better at something. You want to see my own personal progression from where I was a couple of years ago to where I am now. I do feel mental health is incredibly important. Obviously everyone's aware of it now. We can stop talking about the awareness and we can actually start helping ourselves. So do check out myself at TwpZen, Wheelkick MMA for Jonny, and we'll be doing more Jawjistu stuff together. So with that, here's the predictions. Let's have a great UFC 294 and maybe see you in the next one. Alright, peace, love, good happiness stuff. I'll see you on the other side.